Hello everyone, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 14, Week 3, Day 3. Or sorry, Week 5, Day 3, my bad. But anyways, today we have a very specific goal, and that goal is to open a ton of Vault keys. So, of course, we got some Vault keys last weekend. It was a Vault event weekend. It wasn't supposed to be. This weekend was supposed to be Vault weekend, and now it's instead is Bounty Hunter. They basically got swapped. Not because last weekend was Vault weekend, we got some Vault keys. And with those Vault keys, we have keys to go open. So that's going to be one of the main things we prioritize as soon as we clear out most of the dailies. Of course, we got the Orc Pet, only real thing really happening event-wise, specifically today, so nothing really particularly special there. Did I not claim this earlier? I did not. A bunch of legendary tasks. Actually, now that I think about it, have I even donated to the guild? Also, do we need guild recruitment? Yes, if anyone's still interested in joining the guild, we have one spot remaining on the PC Mobile. If you can do 2 million plus gold and participate in all events every single week. We do indeed have a spot left. With that being said, have I even done that requirement yet? Let's see, have we? Yeah, I already donated the gold. And I think our Locust still on vacation. Anyways, so in other news, let's go and clear out the dailies real quick. Shouldn't take that long. We're just doing the very basic ones. Like, top 3 dungeon. We got, like, bottom 3 2 days in a row already. And it's gonna be 3 days in a row. No way is it 3 days in a row, I was gonna say. Oh, wow, we've hit everything. Wow. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just bring out good old Zolgoth. It'll just clear through everything on its own. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Bill. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Roman. Oh yeah, Tyrion. How did the Pokemon Home thing go? I still haven't checked it out yet. Have you utilized it at all? Hello, Humberto. Hello, Bill. Hello, Jonian. Hello, Emernator. The only thing that even made me remember it is I saw when I was setting up my YouTube thingy on my homepage, it's like, oh, there's the patch just went out for the thing, and it's like, oh, okay. And I didn't bother looking into it at all. At least not yet. I'm probably not going to bother with it much. Oh no, they kind of, flopped the ball on, the most recent gen of Pokemon. It has not been ideal, but oh no, it's still a fun time. I plan to revisit it once the DLC drops. But I don't think the, home compatibility is going to get me back quite yet. Though that does mean we could probably bring in, what's his name? The Braviary, the shiny Braviary, probably my favorite Pokemon in all of existence now. It is very nice. Like, it's shiny. It basically looks like a raven with like my favorite teal color as like accent color. Looks really cool. But anyways, hello Jonian! Hello Emernator. Unfortunately, it's competitively like useless because they nerfed its ability into the ground. It was only good in the game it came from. Hello Supernova. Hello Logic Slayer. Hello Isabel. Hello Draco. Hello Vanessa too. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Anyways. Let's go and take some mana. Oh, also, we will finally, well, not finish, but get further in Darkest Dungeon tomorrow. We only have 2 zones left. And in theory, that should be 2 more streams. In practice, it's going to be 4 because there's no way we're going to do it first try. Unless we just get really lucky. Oh, let's see. We'll take that over. We'll grab, oh, he's going to convert everything. I'm just going to restart the battle. It's going to be quicker. Hello, Michael! Welcome, welcome. You have not touched Pokemon in 2 weeks? I haven't touched it in like 2 months. Yeah, they really flopped recent gen. It's kind of sad. I was really looking forward to, can we not die on both the 2? Because I got like really into Pokemon last year, and then Gen 9 kind of killed it. It was fun at first, but you know, the game very famously was exceedingly incomplete at launch, and is still pretty much in that state. Unless the DLC improves it enough. Yes, hello, Lester! Welcome, welcome. Yes, hello, Ricardo. Welcome as well. It's kind of sad that so many games release like that these days, though. In a completely, utterly broken mess. Obviously not all games. Like, Tears of the Kingdom came out pretty solid. Like, I didn't encounter a single bug the entire playthrough. Though we also weren't really hunting for bugs. Pretty sure if I was, we could have found a decent few. But, like, none of the physics ever glitched out or anything, which was really surprising given how dynamic the physics system is in that game. Alright, good. We only died to 1 death mark this time. That's a struggle when starting with full death marks. If anything, them re-death marking us actually keeps us safer, oddly enough. So if they ever land those def mark gems on the board, it is actually beneficial rather than a negative since we're already def marked, as we'll refresh the 1 turn delay on not dying, which is always nice. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so it's trying to sell me a VIP key. Why? It is so overpriced. Even for $1, I'd probably skip that. How much is the normal offer for? I don't remember. But $2 for a VIP key? I thought it used to be $1 for a VIP key. Have they doubled the price? No, it was $2.50 here, with no gems. Okay, that one's even worse. Interesting. A VIP key's not worth that much, though. It's basically worth 50 gems. Or 45, depending on how you look at it. So the value there is not particularly high. Speaking of which, there's nothing on Adventure Board today. Are we already done with the basic dailies? Because we're skipping on Dungeon. Well, I guess we are. You know what time it is then? Volkeys. No, actually, you know what we do need to go do before we do that? Actually, we'll hand out a code once we do. We need to go help out our guild. We have not been assisting much with the World event this week. And I should probably go do that real quick. Luckily, we have a really broken team. And then we'll just go open Volkeys for basically the rest of the stream. Sounds like a game plan. We're actually going Seasons this time around, as we're going all in on skull damage. I don't have another medal for damage. So, yeah, it should be pretty quick. We have access to double empower. Technically even more than that, but we only need the double. We're doing it with Eye of Argris. Remember when we crafted 3 of that mythic? Because maybe we would use that at some point? Well, this is that one some point. It's like the only time in the next, like, 4 months we're probably going to use this guy. But, hey, at least he gets some value right now. He's not bad. He's just so situational when you bring him out. Though this is the exact situation where you'd want him. So it happens to work out. We're creating 4 Doom Skulls at the start of every single turn, which goes very well with double empower. And it starts immediately at your turn, so you can get the value from it instantly. Which is great to see. Like right here, we might just get some free value. We did not, but it might give us alignment, which it also didn't. Oh, no, we still have it over there, so we can just grab the already existing alignment. We do not have an extra turn, really unfortunate. We'll just go to grab that, see if we can get anything here. Yeah, we can get it. And a smash. And then we just cascade a skull. Oh no, I can't take both. How do we do this? I want to cascade that, but the Doom Skulls are going to be in the way in both directions. There's enough damage just to kill, right? Yeah. Because I keep forgetting, we have like 160% extra damage, so... Even though it doesn't look like we'll have enough to kill, it will indeed kill. You regret not getting one more of him? Honestly, you don't really need more than 1. But there are some gimmicky teams that do use 3. And I figured I'd just get it up front because we have so many resources, then I know what to do with. But I don't really feel like you need 3. There will be some really absurdly rare circumstances where you can run 2 or 3. Like right now we're running 2. But they are going to be absurdly rare. Like this is the first time since he released where it is even remotely viable to run him in any way, shape, or form other than as a joke. Or just for fun. Like this is the first day he's ever been viable. Well, technically Monday was, but you know what I mean. This is the first event week where he has ever actually been a viable choice. And not just something you would choose for fun. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, him with Web Spinner up front's really funny. It works just like the other team, but you get mana accumulation back, which is nice. I was never a fan of the dragon version of it, mostly because it's only skulls and it had a really big mana accumulation issue. But honestly, I actually kind of like this troop. It's decently fun. Really gimmicky. It's just one I would very rarely bring out naturally. Like, unless a mode forces us to have to use it like this week, I'd very rarely ever bring out, like, triple of him into that. Like, if we have a yellow, let's say, like, faction, something. Like, yeah, we could go bring that out. Like, let's say we have a yellow-green faction. We could go bring out Web Spinner with triple him. But at that point, why not just run, like, Guard's Avatar Quick Kill or something? There's a lot of situations where I just wouldn't bring him out. I don't have a Cascade for that. We don't even have... Oh, no, we do have green alignment. So we'll grab that. Ideally, I have an extra turn skull here. I did not see any, so I'm just going to take a poke. And then we just get another poke, and that's match. Oh no, that's one issue too. The skulls can actually be overwritten with Doom Skulls. Because they count as a power gem as well. It is so annoying. I have no clue why they still haven't changed that. I said, hello, JW. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's see. What do we need here? We'll go for the yellow there. Take out the poke. We don't need that. We just go for... Actually, I don't need a Cascade there. Let's go for that. Even if he hits us back, it's not really going to matter. Though, unfortunately, unlike something like Zolgoth, he isn't frozen. But he can't possibly take every skull. Though he's sure going to try. He sure is trying very hard to do that. Despite ultimately failing. You got a silver glory orb, nice, and had to choose. Oh, I assume this is on your mobile account. Your 43rd mythic to silver. Oh, never mind, that's not your I know what we're doing it this weekend. I was going to do it last weekend, but then Vault Event came out of nowhere. 100% guaranteed. By Sunday, we will have the mythic tier list released. 100%. But, yeah, I meant to last weekend, but obviously we had the Vault weekend, so that kind of got in the way. But now that this weekend is not a Vault weekend, 100% this weekend. It will happen. It lies. 100%. Yeah, I've been put to L for so long. I do that with a lot of bigger video projects, and then it just never gets done. But this time around, it shall be done. And then it'll probably have to be done again, because I've heard some rumors for 7.0. And those 7.0 rumors sound like we need to go reestablish everything after next patch. I don't know, we'll have to see. Because from what I've heard so far, 7.0 could be the next 2.0. Where 2.0 added traits and basically changed how you use every troop in the entire game. Some things I've heard from 7.0, though not confirmed, could do similar. It might not be as drastic as traits, ultimately, but could still be pretty drastic in that regard. Because I'm pretty sure traits were the most drastic thing that ever happened. They made bad troops good troops bad, and every which direction of everything. Because back in the day, a troop's entire value was based on what ability it had. And then traits came along and it's like, wait, there's another angle that you can have value. And wait, some troops have value in both of those two regards. Or their ability and their trait is good. And some just have a good trait, some just have a good ability. Like the mythic we're using right now, he's used purely for his final trait. Like if traits didn't exist, this mythic would be as bad as like every other mythic from that kingdom. But his final trait saves him. And actually makes him a viable option. Because we would not be using this thing if it had, like, pretty much any other trait. Like, the trait's the only reason. Because its ability is very underwhelming. Especially for a mythic. Like, it seems like an ability that should be on a legend, not a mythic. A mythic class? No. I don't think they would ever release a mythic class. Though I would love to see them add some kind of way to upgrade your hero. Because technically, in the current state of the game, the only thing you can't elite level is your hero. Wait, poll it? Poll what? If I will cover the mythic tier list this video or not? I mean, this weekend? Well, the poll would be 100% yes, so we don't need to poll it. Do a mythic tier list on 6-9? No, I don't think I'm posting it that late. 6-9 would be next week's Friday. Like, not this week, but literally next week's Friday. But no, we're not going to do it then. Let's see. Though you can watch it on that day. Because it will be up by then. Add 10 more traits to all classes. Could you imagine? I would love to see more customization with team building, though. I know it's a bit overused in games, but I feel like one thing Gems of War could really benefit from is like a skill tree kind of thing that affects your entire team. Like almost like a banner in a sense, but more than just the mana accumulation. Like affecting a lot of different aspects, rather than just what mana you get at the start of battle. Because we kind of have that for Hero. And when I say kind of, I mean like exceedingly kind of. Where, you know, you have like 3 different paths and you can choose whatever like array of them that you want. And that's kind of a cool system. I like that. There's not much diversity in it because there's generally a pretty clear path as to what is good and what isn't. Though it has some build diversity. Some classes more than others. Like Titan, you could build like 3 different ways and they all work. Like you can use almost any of its perks, which is nice. But unfortunately not all of them are like that. Some of them, they only do one thing every time. But I don't know, I would kind of like to see something like that. Where it's not just banner, but we get to choose other aspects. Just add a bit more team diversity. And they could easily show it on this menu right here. There's a lot of things they could consolidate space-wise on this menu to add it there. Because technically, it's already an invisible aspect, like what the enemy's banner is. Like, you can see it if you check here. But initially at the start of battle, like, if I look at this team and I look at this team, I have no clue what their banner is. You have to click over here to find out. And they could put some more perks in there. Things that you can't directly see. Oddly enough, you actually can see medals, though. If you're thinking, oh, but what about medals? You actually can see them. Not only can you see all the pet bonuses, but you can actually see whatever equipped medals are on. You just have to wait forever for it to show up. Like right now, we can see we have 4 attack, 4 HP, 4 armor. And one of those should also show that we have 160% damage thingy off the other thing. But those actually do show up. They're just really annoying to find. But they can kind of add buffs like that. Anyways, what do we have in here? We'll go for yellow. Take the other skull. And if we can get a skull somewhere's in there? No, we did not. I always keep thinking with this team, like, oh, we have the freeze effect off of Zolgoth. Despite no Zolgoth actually being on our team. I use Zolgoth so much that anytime I use any skull spam team that isn't Zolgoth, I'm always under the assumption that, oh, they can't just take every skull that's aligned right now. Even though they very much can. That was a quick battle. But that was way weaker stats for some reason. I guess it was one of those ones that was just at the bottom that we haven't fought as much. Some way of training troops to change their stats. That could get really confusing though. But it would be immediately visible if nothing else. I do like games that you can like train your troop to be like slightly different. Pokemon does that a lot. Gems of War could benefit from it. If they do add something like that, you need to be able to specialize it into a couple of different ways. And I don't think they would code that much. Like, if they ever added a feature like that, you need to be able to save every single troop in, like, 3 different ways. And I'm not sure the game code can handle that. But I would love to see a system like that, if they could do something like that. Where we could preset save, like, 3 different, like, builds of a different troop. Like, one with, like, super high attack. One with, like, a slightly lower mana cost or something. If they add some kind of benefit like that. You know, you can kind of, like, spec them in different ways. And then which one you need at a given time you could bring out. Something like that could be kind of cool. It starts to make things really complicated, though. And you know they're going to gate it behind, like, 1 billion resources if any such mechanic ever came in. Anyways. Yeah, it could make it a little bit harder to share teams. But the general premise of every team would still be the same, regardless of how you have everything statted, if that was a thing. But yeah, that is true. It's already a gigantic mess of numbers. Like, we want to share this team. That's a lot of numbers. And I highly doubt they would add that many more for something. Most of these numbers are just hero, though. Like, more than half these numbers are related to hero. Like, this whole second half is basically hero. This is troop 1, 2, 3, 4, hero class, if I'm not mistaken. All the traits for hero class. And I believe this one is banner? Either this one's banner or this one's banner. I believe it's this one. But anyways. Alright, so let's go into the code. And then we're going to go open vault keys basically for the rest of the stream. I plan to open 100 vault keys, however long that takes. And shouldn't take that long. Probably the rest of the hour. And if we get anything good, we'll hand out more codes. I just realized tomorrow is the 1st of the month. Which means, I wonder if Genki will send us more codes. I mean, not Genki. Gosh, why do I call her Genki sometimes? I can never remember her name. Wait, I'll get this. Wait. Jeddah. They both start with a G sound, and even though they're not the same letter, they're the same letter. So it gets me very confused. They both start with G. So they're the same word. Anyways. Let's see. Jack. That's a male name, though, so that doesn't quite work. Also, hello, Marcelo. Welcome, welcome. Anyways, let's go open a bunch of vault keys. Which at this point is pretty much going to be the rest of the stream. We have 300 keys. We're not stopping till we have 200 keys. That's the game plan. Let's go bring out... what do we even have? I want to bring the higher damage one. Where is it? I need to rename these. I still have no clue why I still have the other names. I did it for like a video a while back. And I saved the teams down there, but I never changed the names. And one of them I tweaked, so the name doesn't even make sense on it. Because I think one of them was like double Diamantina. Yeah, it's a single Diamantina team because I replaced the second Diamantina with that one green that gives magic to Lancelot. Ga and Ja are 2 different sounds. Not in my brain. They are both very similar. Alright, I'll take that, get full mana, wipe it out, hopefully skulls stay there, and boom. I believe the skull threshold is 10, I want to say. As far as if it will or will not die. Oh, come on, we got our first major and it wasn't anything good. I want to see at least one really good orb tonight. Like a gold, or pet orb, major pet, not small pet. We're going all the way. Let's see. And if we find any of the big three, we'll hand out code. Generally, the big three I consider these days are Silver Orb, or Silver Glory, Gold Glory, and Major Pet. Basically, the three we want to see in any given drop. There's a lot of good drops that aren't considered in that category, though. Like, 300 gems is amazing whenever you get that. I don't count it as one of the super good drops, though, even though it is. This is not the super good drop we're really looking for at the moment. Also, it's a little bit too common. 300 gems. I think you get it like one every 40, 50 keys. So it's actually relatively common. Like, we're definitely going to see it at least a few times today, most likely. Though we haven't seen it yet. Opening Vault Keys too. Well, hopefully we'll pass on some luck to you. That or maybe one of you guys are consuming the luck, because I'm currently not getting any. You got 3 new cards? Nice. Yeah, this is where you got all the tarot cards, so. Also, hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Chad. Yeah, almost every tarot card's in drop table right now. I believe the only one that isn't is the one in the current pass, because it's impossible to even have it, even if you're on the paid side. And the other one is the one from the Kingdom Pass last week. Like the Adana one we just had. That tarot card is not in drop table. It probably will be in about a month. Like, let's say, July, for example. Sometime in July. But currently, it should not be in drop table right now. Yeah, that's the only one that is technically obtainable, but not in drop table. Or you can only have it if you paid money for the previous pass. That'll be free in about a month or so. So if you happen to want that card for any reason, which I don't think anyone does. Did they even give it magic boost ratio? I believe it just gives something 4 armor. It's kind of sad. I think they forgot to give it boost ratio. Because it definitely would. Even with boost ratio, it would still be useless. But for whatever reason, they gave it no boost ratio. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. You've been away from the game for a year, so many cards are missing. Honestly, I feel like it's really easy to catch up in the current state of the game. Like, if you stop playing for a couple years, I feel like it would only take, like half a year to catch up for the most part. Or at least every kingdom cycling once, which does take about a year, but a good bulk of stuff you would get within a couple months. Because honestly, drop tables like that, like Vault Keys, they're super easy to catch up on. Like, I probably have, like, almost a dozen of every tarot card, than the most recent few that came out in, like, the last month or two. And that's all just from Vault events, pretty much. And we don't even, like, super farm Vault events. Like, compared to the average person, maybe we farm a little bit more. But, I don't know, we don't farm that much above average, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's some people that go really, really deep in it. Whereas our average is probably, like, 300-400. Even though we do have some weeks we go 500, some weeks we go 1,000. I would say our overall average is like 4 or 5. Like last time, we only did 200 last weekend. Which is not a particularly high amount. We did in like, what, 7 Paloozas? 8 Paloozas? Which is decently easy to farm up. I was able to get some spears too, so we have them for next time around. Which is one of the reasons why we didn't open so many Paloozas, or as many this time. It was mostly because I zeroed out last time when we went for 1,000. We were gone for 3 years and still not caught up. Yeah, it does still take a little bit of time, but time goes by pretty quick in this game. It's one of those games you just kind of poke here and there. And in no time, you've kind of just caught up with everything. I would say Mythics are probably the hardest thing to catch up on. Mythics and weapons. Because weapons, you have to wait till they cycle back around on the kingdom, which means at minimum a year for all the kingdoms to cycle back around. And Mythics because they're just the rarest things. And they could take a little bit of resources to get specific ones. Between diamonds, event keys, stuff like that. But as far as like getting a general bulk of stuff, I feel like I can get most of it pretty quick. Like, Terra cards aren't that bad to catch up on. A few Vault events and you're pretty much back to where you were. Getting every legendary. Literally just one mythic has to be released, and then you pretty much caught up on most of them, if not all of them. But yeah, mythics and weapons are probably the biggest two to catch up on. And the only thing you would have really missed pet-wise are the cosmetic ones. And similarly, in a few Vault events, you can catch up on most pets. But it does become increasingly harder in time as it keeps getting more and more concentrated. Hey, Lesser Orb. Not quite what we're looking for, but still a good one. It's not the really good one. Come on, I literally want any Orb of Glory that isn't bronze. Because honestly, we're starting to reach a point where I don't even need the bronze ones anymore. Because there's currently no way to upgrade your bronze to silvers or your silvers to golds. I do hope that's going to be a feature in the future, though. But as it currently stands, that is not possible. Also, I love how that sounds. Feature in the future. Oh, good thing there was a skull there. Oh yeah, there's quite a few commons and rares that came into the game over time too. Though honestly, I feel like they've been adding so few commons lately. But there were a few new Kingdom commons that you probably would have picked up. The most recent Kingdom came in what, January, right? February? I don't remember now. When did Vulpecia come in? It was February, right? Because I think they did it around the New Year, Lunar New Year. So yeah, that would have been February then. Still curious to see if we're going to get another Kingdom this year. Because that'd be the first time we get two within a year in the last, like, 5 years. Because they kind of stopped doing multiple within a year lately. And I'm pretty sure we're not getting one later this year. They're probably just going to stick to one per year. Just to not over-flood the game with even more. Because I feel like they need to start changing the event system or something. Like, have, like, 2 events roll every single week. Like, hey, this week is a Donna and Kazale week simultaneously. Like, do ones that, like, thematically fit each other, for example, and have, like, connecting lore of the kingdoms. Also, we got a Forging Scroll there. Unfortunately, it was a mini one. Getting a lot of good mini ones, but not good bigger ones. Because that'd be a good way for them to expand the lore, too. In ways they haven't. Having, like, dual event weeks. That would not only double the speed at which we could cycle through all the kingdoms, but could also allow them to add lore connecting the 2 kingdoms together. In some way, shape, or form. I haven't really been reading much of the lore in the game lately. Like the World Event lore of whatever they posted. I feel like over time they tried less and less on it, which makes sense. Because I know in my description some days I write almost nothing. Actually, sometimes, while I do try to write a good description for some videos, other times I basically reword the title into as many words as I possibly can. I learned that skill very well in college. It's like, this paper has a 5,000 word minimum? How do I sound smart and make this 1,000 word whatever I have currently turned into 5,000? It's a very good skill to have. The only problem with that is sometimes it gets a little rambling. Sometimes I do try on the descriptions, though. It depends on how much time I have on a given Monday. You can basically tell how much free time I have on a Monday by how elaborate the Monday post is. Oh, we got a power. I wish that was good. Oh, no. Is this good or bad? We should do a poll. Is a power good? Is getting a power good or bad? I'm going to make a poll right now. Does getting a power orb give you a feeling of good or bad? Because this could have been a good orb. But it's also, you know, a rare one. Let's see. Does a power orb from a major kiosk give you joy? Yes, no. I would do a third joke one of what is joy, but it would get too high because everyone's depressed these days. But there we go. Or at least a younger generation anyways. Once you guys are older, you're probably all happy. No, not all of you. Everyone has their ordeals they're dealing with. But gosh, I feel like the average person my age is so absurdly depressed. It is so depressing. Because I'm generally a pretty happy person, even though I do get depressed from time to time. Like, I'm generally just, like, always happy. Because I find ways to just, like, not care about bad things. But, I don't know. I feel like the average person my age is so absurdly depressing. I just need to, like, stop all communication with people sometimes for, like, a week. Just to kind of get away from it. I like helping people like that, though. But I mean, like, sometimes it's just so much that I just need to not talk to anyone for a long duration. Not specifically them, just, like, the entirety of socializing. Let's see. Is that even enough damage? Yeah, we'll try it. There we go. Give you that? I know, I wish I could give away my power orbs. That'd be fun. They're never gonna do that, though. Even when they gave us a way to give other people gems, they put a tax of, like, over 25 gems on it. Like, you almost have to spend, like, 3 times the amount of gems to give someone 25 gems. Because you have to spend 50 gems plus the Chaos Shards, which in total is almost like spending 75 gems to give someone 25 gems. So if I was to give someone a power orb, it'd basically become a blue orb. It'd basically become a minor blue if I try to give someone a power. If they had the similar conversion rate. Do you get unsocial when the person is overly happy? Oh no. I don't have too many friends that are overly happy. I know of one who's literally, like, his whole personality is basically just, like, pure happiness. It becomes too much sometimes, because I'm generally not social to begin with. But, it's almost overwhelming in the opposite direction. I need just, like, in between. Oh no, overly happy can work. It would tire me very quickly. Like, I would not have the stamina to keep up with someone like that for a particularly long duration. Oh no, I'm just ignoring both Discord and chat. Wait, what do you mean Discord? No one's messaged me recently. Assuming the channel, in which case I don't check on the actual Discord channel itself that often. Probably should. But no one's even messaged me on Discord for a couple days. I think Isabel a couple days ago was the last one. Squirrel? Oh no, we weren't giving out a code for the power. It's not a good orb. It was for silver, gold, or, oh, what's the other one? Silver, gold, or, major pet. Yeah, I generally don't read the Discord. Unless someone, like, messages me directly. I check it, like, ever so occasionally. But we're talking, like, once a month. And I'm still rather antisocial. I don't know, I like being rather introverted. Like, there are times I seek socializing. But it is very rare and far between. They have to do some mandatory amount of it every day just to survive, obviously. But beyond that, I don't put out any additional effort normally. What were you mentioning, Cookie? Oh no, the pole's in the way. Move, pole. Why is it there? Go away. There it is. Okay. It's so weird because where the pole shows on my one screen is completely different than on my other screen. Wait, Cookie, what are you pointing to? 3 of the Doomed Rings dates are like a month apart. Oh? Are they bringing back once a month Tower of Doom? You know how long it has been since we've had once a month Tower of Doom? It's been like 2 or 3 years. Also, catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. It has been such a long time. Oh, that'd be great. I actually wouldn't mind that, because then we get really powerful weapons at a more consistent rate. A lot of Doom weapons we've been getting recently have been pretty abysmal, but eventually they're not going to be abysmal. It's only a matter of time. If we get them at a quicker rate, that'll be a quicker rate for them to not be bad. In theory. They can still all be absolutely trash, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Where are the booty gems? Oh, we're getting the booty gems next season. It's just gonna be raining booty gems from the sky. You won't be able to get away from the booty gems. It's gonna be a really fun season. Because the amount of times we're gonna have to say booty is so absurdly high. That we're probably gonna get demonetized. Honestly, I have not gotten demonetized on anything Gems of War related, I don't think, like, ever. Maybe, like, the very rare, like, once, like, ever, like, several years ago? I don't remember. But yeah, I don't think anything ever has Gems of War related. In an absurdly long time. Like, we're talking years upon years, like 4 years, 5 years? But yeah, booty season, we're definitely gonna get demonetized probably on a few of them. Due to the sheer amount of booty that will be in every video. Let's see. Take that one over. So why am I taking a skull? I'm playing this like we were playing the other team earlier. This is a completely different team. Yeah, we'll need to offset our funds somehow next season. Because if we start getting demonetized like every other stream, and during some of the videos, that won't be good. Would that make us booty warriors? It might. The booty counter. I'm really curious to see what booty gems will ultimately do, though. Like, obviously it's probably gold. And if it isn't, might actually bring gold farming teams back. Or at least, if nothing else, Egg Thief. Egg Thieves is actually a really, really good destroy troop. The reason it's not used is the category of good destroy troops is a very long list. And she's a little bit too slow to function. But if gold farming ever came back, she's one of the best mass destroyers in the game. She takes a couple turns to get rolling, which generally makes her useless in the current state of the game. Because every other thing can do it immediately. But I would love to see her come back of Egg Thief. As is actually the tankiest mass mana accumulator in the game, even more so than Angry Mob. It also summons way more diverse than Angry Mob. Because it summons an egg that can become Baby Dragon, that can become any dragon in the entire game, including Mythics, including Legends. So she has a really wide summon range, unlike Angry Mob that only summons Angry Mob. Where she can summon literally every dragon in the game, including the Diamond Dragons. Or, you know, Diamond Tina and the Gem Dragons, I mean. Oh, wait, do we actually already know what the booty gems will do? Ooh. Wait. I gotta look at this real quick. Wait, do we really already know? I gotta take a peek. Does it give you, like, 20 gold? Does it create a bunch of booty on the board? I'm not seeing the booty gems. Do I have to control find for booty? Let's see, Lycanthropy, Mana Potion. Where's the booty? Alright, let me control find booty. Wait, it's not even in alphabetical order. What order do they have these in? Is it release order? What on earth is this order? Booty gem. Here it is. Okay. The gem cannot be matched. It needs to either be destroyed by a spell or exploded by a Doomskull or Uber Doomskull. The gem has no mana color and does not give mana when destroyed. When destroyed, it'll give you 10 gold. Yep. Oh, that's such a small amount of gold, though. It depends how many booty gems you can create. If troops create a lot of booty, and they have really big booty, then we'll be able to make it work. But if they have a small booty, then we won't be able to make it work. Only big booties. We need at least like 10 booty at a time. Anything less than that won't be enough booty. Because if they're only going to be creating like 5 at a time, no one's ever going to use booty. But if we can get like a 10 plus, not only can you block the board with booty. Hey, Major Foraging! You know, I'll hand out a code for that, why not? It's technically one I need. Because I don't have confidence that we're getting anything better, so here, let's hand one out for this. But, I don't know, we have to see how many booty gems things ultimately end up creating. And the bigger booty, the better. But yeah, time will tell. We'll find out in, a couple months. Well, actually, about 2 months from now. We'll find out in July. Because we don't get the booty until early July? It's 6 weeks from now. How does time work? Yeah, that would be early July. is when we get booty gems, as well as the booty season. You like big booties and you cannot lie. I forget how the rest of that song goes. I know how the cadence of the song goes. I completely forget every lyric. I was still too young at that time. Yeah, they would need to make a higher gold cap, potentially. That would actually be cool if booty gems increased your gold cap. Because with a higher gold cap, we can actually make booty gems work. But my biggest concern with them is even if we do get a big enough booty, how are we going to use it? Because if we're only going to have 100 gold, we can't do much with that. And are we going to be forced to have to use Cedric? Because then we're forced to use 2 troops, a booty troop and Cedric. Unless they add, like, booty to Cedric, which could work. Give Cedric a big booty, and then, we could just go from there. Because otherwise, what's going to be the alternative? They would have to add, like, a mythic Cedric with a gigantic booty. Because I don't see any other way that would work. Like, 150% gold start, Cedric with booty gem mechanic. And then have it create, like, 10 plus booty gems. And then have some other troop explode it all, and then boom, you're good to go. You can't take it anymore. Yeah, next season's gonna be fun. Unfortunately, we only have 10 weeks of it. And then booty gems will probably be dead content. Because unless they add, like, a mythic version... Actually, that's one way they could save it. The mythic for next season has to be Cedric, but with booty. If they do that, then it will work. They need 150% mythic, gold start Cedric with booty gem mechanic, and whatever else it does. And if they do that, we can make that work. But if they don't do that, I don't see it being used in the future. It's like the only way you can make gold viable in that regard. How are we gonna use the booty? We have nowhere to store all the booty is the problem. With the cap of 100. And even raising it by 100% or something similar, that still doesn't fix the ultimate issue. Because you're only raising the cap. Like, the gold still moves with it. Like, for example, if you have 100% extra gold, you will get 20 per booty gem instead of 10. But it still doesn't fully fix the issue of how long it takes to get to max. Like Leprechaun right there, it just did 20. Which is why I'm concerned with how many booty gems will actually get created. Because at 10 each, you need 10 to get max. So if something's creating like 3 booty gems, it's nothing. 5 would also be almost nothing. Like, you need at least 8, if not 10 plus. But anyways, I need to stop talking about booty gems. We're going to be doing that all next season. We'll get plenty of that for 10 weeks straight. It'll be a very fun time in this game. Not to mention, we're probably getting 7.0 around that time, too. It's going to be a really fun 10 weeks. Because those 10 weeks will dip into 7.0 patch, for sure. Because it's starting, like, early July, and it'll end in, what, like, September. And patch is probably early August. And why not start now? Because we're going to be doing it for 10 weeks straight, and possibly forever if it's meta. Imagine if booty gems were meta. Those would be some scary times. It needs to at least be meta for gold farming. Like, I highly doubt it'll be meta for everything. But if we could bring back, like, a good gold boost ratio team off of booty gems, it would work out nicely. Your account is broken. No mythics since burning all your event keys. Looking for a second Iron Hawk. Oh, no! They still drop eventually. Sometimes you go on those unlucky streaks. You mostly just want to maximize how many rolls you get. Like doing 1.9k PvP every single week for those 46 glory keys. Make sure you hit 2,000 seals every single week. And also, make sure to use them when your guild actually has 40,000 seal total, so you get them towards the highest value they can. Stuff like that. Because the more rolls you have, you eventually just get it. Even with bad luck. And of course, you can build up diamonds over time to craft whatever you want. It's one of the most consistent ways to get things you really need. Could take months, but you can target anything you ever want in the game. And you can also mass farm them during Vault events, which we just had. As even these Vault keys that we open right now, they have a pretty hefty diamond drop. I think we get like 60 with the 20% bonus. Which is not that bad at all. Like 60 on its own doesn't sound like much, but it starts to add up when you keep getting other similar drops. I was gonna say, come on, give us that skull. That's why I didn't want to take that move. There we go. I was gonna say, speaking of which, no, we didn't get diamonds there immediately. That would have been very convenient if so. Alright, 25 more keys. Or 26 if we find a Vault key in our Vault key. We haven't actually found any Vault keys in Vault keys today, surprisingly, though. We've been doing pretty good on those lately. Oh, it might be on 100 on the dot if we don't get keys in our keys. Oh yeah, it is generally advised as you're progressing through the game to buy the diamonds pretty much every single day. The one you get from dungeons. You'll personally only see me buying on Sunday because we don't really need it anymore this late in the game. However, it is worthwhile to consider doing every single day. There's 350 gems per week and you get a lot of diamonds along the way. It also helps you get all the weapons in the game, because it gives you those little color things that get the weapons. And there are a lot of weapons you generally want to make sure you hold out resources for to make sure you can get in the future. You always want to have a reserve of at least like 2,000 of every colored shard, just in case a week comes around where there's one really good weapon you need to get. Possibly even reserving even more than that, just in case. They can be infinitely farmed during Vault events though as well. There's a small chance you can get them even when it's not Vault events, so most of it is accumulated during Vault events or from the buying it daily for 50 gems. Speaking of which, we got Mang this week. Or not Mang, I mean Ursa Fury. It is advised making sure to get Ursa Fury before the end of this week. It's a very situational weapon, but one I do advise having. It's not as good as something like Rope Dart or something, but it's still a good utility weapon to have your hands on. More often than not, use Mang. Out of like 9 out of 10 situations, Mang is better, and you get Mang for free. But there are some few very niche teams that use Ursa Fury instead. And it's good to have for those situations, particularly invasion events, though invasion events are kind of easy these days. But it's really good with like Web Spinner and stuff like that. It's also really good for Iron Gut if you have a really low attack stat. Because it basically brings them straight to 100 without needing a Devourer. So there's another alternative for that these days too, though, called, what was that one in Power we got a couple of weeks ago, or months ago at this point? Bane of Mercy. Bane of Mercy is probably one of the most consistent ways to use Iron Gut now. Because you can mass attack it and 4 times Curse. I don't feel like I've been using it that much since it's been released, but it is such an absurdly good combo. It made Iron Gut from one of the best mythics in the game to, like, pretty much the best mythic? No, not literally, but it moved him from an already high position to an even higher position. Though I'm not sure how much higher. Because last mythic tier list, I think I put him in like top 3 or something. And this mythic tier list, I'm not sure he's moving much. Soon TM, soon TM. But no, Iron Gut's actually really insane. He's never been stronger, and he was already been insane. It's kind of like what happened to Tesla. Like, Tesla's always been strong. And for whatever reason, the other week they buffed it even more. No! We got an Orba minion, but it's a small one. No, it's not a big one. It's still nice, but it's not as nice. That's the difference of like 3 orbs whenever you get a big one. That's unfortunate. It happens though. Can you see where you're getting all your gold from? Vault keys? I'm actually not sure where most of my gold stack is from these days. Because honestly, I've not been doing any gold farming whatsoever. Where all that gold is coming from, I honestly have no clue. I want to say it's from Vault Events and Vault Keys, assumably. And I just haven't been spending as much of it, which is why it seems like it's so big. Because I really don't know why our gold stack is like 50,000 or something right now. But I assume it's mostly from Vault Events and Vault Keys. Because I haven't really been doing anything different, gameplay-wise, generally speaking. Other than maybe just opening a lot of Vault Keys. So that's probably where most of it's coming from, realistically. Because Vault Keys do give you a lot of gold. Obviously, they're limited in how many you can open. But, like, the last key we got like, what, 80,000 gold right there? Because we hit the 72,000 off of Cedric. There's a lot of gold to be had. Like, it doesn't seem like you're getting much, because some battles will be like, hey, here's like 10,000. But, you know, it adds up. Hey, Empress. Hey, that's not really good Mythic, too. Empress is insane. It is the only tarot card worth using. It is so broken. I'm actually surprised they released it so strong. I was expecting to do what they did with Emperor, where they, like, halved its magic gain. But for whatever reason, they left it at full value, making Empress the strongest tarot card in the entire game, and Emperor the second strongest. You got a Silver Orb? Nice. How much gold do the Underworld factions generate? A decent amount. I personally don't do the daily Underworld factions, but they're one of the best ways to get gold as well. Though you have a limited amount that you can do per day. But if you have all the bonuses for a given faction, like, you know, you've upgraded to level 100, yeah, you're getting a pretty sizable amount of gold from it. Well, technically, you only need the Horde level to be maxed. But generally, if you're doing that, you're already so close to 100, you might as well go all the way. Because you need it eventually anyways. As long as you have the Horde completely maxed, and you do every single room, you get a decent chunk of gold from those. Assuming it rolls gold, sometimes it gives you shards and legendary mythic ingots, stuff like that. But when it does give you gold, it gives you a pretty sizable amount. Especially since each individual battle is also giving you gold, and sometimes you get a Cedric, and that gives you a ton of gold as well. So yeah, there's a lot of gold to be had in Underworld. It's actually one of the higher gold methods in the entire game, but you can only do X amount per day. Generally 3, or 6 if you're spending an extra 50 gems for it. Because it's not really worth spending more than that. You should either just do your daily 3 or do 6 by spending 50 gems. You should never really spend more than that. You have the option to, but it's not really worth it. I'm pretty sure most people even skip on the 50 gems as well. You just wait for the next day to get another 3. But it does double your rate if you do 6 per day. That would be another thing, sucking up 50 gems per day like the diamonds would. And I think diamonds take way higher priority. Like, if I could only choose one, I would definitely choose taking the 50 gem diamond per day. Like, you know, the one from Dungeon. Rather than doing an extra 3 Underworld battles. Because not only would you have to do those 3 Underworld battles, which, you know, takes time, but also the diamonds just let you craft anything. Eventually. So it's a lot more targetable. So if you only had to choose one, it's definitely the diamonds. But you do get a lot of gold from Underworld. It's always been one of the better gold methods since it came out in 3.0. And it's technically only been buffed since then because they added treasure rooms, they added factions that have way more treasure rooms, and stuff like that. Okay, are we on our final key? And so we have a Vault Key in our Vault Key. This is our final key for today. For the nights. Then we'll wrap it here. Any other questions, anyone, or anything you want me to go over? Let's see. What do we need here? Wait, do we already have lethal? Oh, we're about to find out. Nope. We need one more skull. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's the one skull. Okay, anything good here? No! Just 60 diamonds. I don't need diamonds, but there's 60 diamonds I was talking about. But, aw, nope. Gem key, event key, diamonds, and whatever that small soul number is. I can't even see it there. And there's the 2 redeem codes we handed out earlier. 4 treasure maps, 2 gem key, 400 souls, 5,000 gold. Half and half in each. But there we go. Anyways, guys, yeah, I think we'll wrap it here. Tomorrow night, we got the class event for the Barbarian. I kind of forgot that class even exists. It is so bad. It's mostly because it's outclassed by other classes. Like, I think Barbarian's kind of average, but there's so many classes like that that are better that it's basically useless. So it's never ran. Plus, it's an Orc, and most Orcs are already bad to begin with, so that makes it even worse. As Orc is, I wouldn't say the weakest typing in the game, because we do have access to those 2 Empower troops, which are saving it so much. That we have those 2 Empowers that just do skull spam. But the average Orc is pretty bad. Maybe not the worst typing in the game, because they're saved from those 2 Empower skulls. But definitely pretty far down there in the usability, which makes the hero class even worse on top of that. Anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing more Darkest Dungeon 2 tomorrow. We should be doing Zone 4 for the first time, and we will either immediately die on the final boss or get it first try. We'll find out. You'll know by how long the stream is if you're watching after the fact. If that stream is over 5 hours, then we failed the first run. If that stream is like 4 or 5 hours or under that amount, then we have successfully completed it on the first run. But yeah, the length of that video will be very telling as to what happened. But yeah, we'll do 2 runs tomorrow if we fail the first one, and 1 run if we get it. Yeah, it's gonna be like 6 to 9 hours. That's about right. Or probably start at around 10 tomorrow or so. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is like 13 hours from now if you're watching exactly at this exact moment in time. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful week, and stay safe out there. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.